Hey people, NIKLAS and FREDRICK here from Culture, and you should be listening to Rockzone.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Frank here from Rockzone, and welcome to yet another interview. And today I'm sitting here with NIKLAS and FREDRICK from the band Culture. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Very good, yeah.
Very good, yeah.
Okay, great. So let's dive into some fun stuff. NIKLAS,
Yes.
you mentioned that a Gojira concert changed everything you knew about metal. Can you tell us more about that experience and how it influenced Culture's sound, by the way?
Oh yeah, nice shirt. This was in 2012, I believe. I went to school in the northern part of Sweden, but I took a long ass train ride to get to Stockholm, where they played on the L'Enfant Sauvage tour. Me and a couple of friends, we bought some tickets and went to see them. And it was mind blowing. Yeah, I mean, I stood front row, got pics, I got water, dripped on me from Joe the Planter. So I was like, fuck yeah, this is fucking great. So yeah. But then I obviously got into The Way of All Flesh. That album really, that was like, I'm gonna try to do metal on my own. Yeah.
Speaking about Gojira's albums, what is your most favorite album by Gojira?
It changes. I think it's, all the albums that they put out has different flavors, but they are all equally, like, for me, the quality has been insane. But I think I'm gravitating towards From Mars to Sirius, and The Way of All Flesh is like a nostalgia thing for me. But L'Enfant Sauvage, like those three, that golden trio is like, that's my go-to albums for sure.
So we have it basically the same. Like for me, it's like nostalgia-wise, better From Mars to Sirius.
Oh yeah.
Finally heard, I think a year or two ago, finally for the first time in live, Ocean Planet.
Oh yeah.
So
incredible song, yeah.
So, Fredrik, your
Yes, sir.
bass lines add a deep groove to the band's heavy sound. What's your approach to crafting those rhythms, and who are your biggest influences?
I think like the main thing is basically to fit the songs. That the bass need to fit the songs as every instrument needs to. Basically, yeah. And like when it comes to inspirations, there's like plenty of them out there. I mean, the biggest one for me is Steve Harris, since I'm a big Maiden fan.
Okay.
But along the line, there's come a few more, like Peter Ivers of previous In Flames, now Hail Effect, John Campbell, V-Man.
Oh.
Like that guy and Eloy nowadays, man, those fucking grooves they put on is truly amazing, man. Yeah.
Okay. You guys have been on some massive tours recently, including opening for Machine Head, Slipknot, and do you have any standout moments or lessons learned from sharing the stage with these legends?
It's a pretty tough one.
I mean,
everything has been an experience.
Yeah,
in a
a
way.
big moment for us was like stepping onto the stage at Madison Square Garden. I mean, it's even though you're a support act, it's rare for Swedish bands to even get that opportunity. So that was mind blowing. But
And also like the way the place we come from, from a very rural place in Sweden, and then get to play these big arenas, and also on this tour, we played the O2 Arena in London, which is pretty amazing as well. I don't know. I think that time, in Mexico when Eloy tried Chris's kit.
Yeah, that was
that was pretty amazing moment, I think, for everyone.
You just want to bring up your phone, but then no,
No, you can't do it.
No.
You can't do it.
But just seeing how the machinery behind the scene works, very interesting. Because people, it's big shows, but people on that scale has to be so calm, and I think that's what made us a calmer band also. Like, I mean, shit hits the fan, but everybody's just happy anyway. So
Yeah.
At that point, you can't call it like a band production or something like that. You have to call it a company.
Exactly.
Because it gives jobs to so many people.
Exactly. Yeah.
That
Sure.
a normal human being cannot imagine, basically.
No. Yeah, it's especially with Slipknot. Their machinery was so well oiled. You know, everything from their own security guards to fucking bringing their own washing machines and people taking care of that was so cool to see. Yeah.
And I mean, you know, you got to consider also like we're a very young band when it comes to touring in that sense. So like being able to go on these massive tours and with these massive bands, obviously, you know, it's a great learning experience for us as well to like see what do we like, what do we want to bring in our own kind of sphere of people, you know, that we work with. So it's been really truly like, it's been a huge learning experience in that sense, doing all these stuff.
Cool. So your music has a really big cinematic feeling. And almost like a soundtrack to an epic saga, let's say. If you could score a film or a video game, what genre or a story would you choose? Either of a video game or a movie.
I think for me it's a pretty easy answer. I would love to be able to score horror movies, because that's what I'm gravitating towards most. But you actually do a lot of that stuff.
I do, yeah.
Not for movies yet,
No,
but
no.
on your own. And his stuff is really fucking killer. So yeah.
Wait, so you are having a project, or let's say, which is basically what?
So
movie music?
It's more towards like the orchestral vibes, you know, like a symphony orchestra style of creating music, I guess. But I haven't done anything towards an actual project, you know, as a scoring project. But
So
I do it for fun, you know, like between tours.
Is it available on the internet?
Yeah,
How can we find it?
I can show you a link.
Okay, let's. Does it have a name?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like for your fans, if they want
Sure.
to.
Yeah, it's called Mortal Sounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Mortal Sounds. Fine.
Yes.
Fine. Cool. Now about your visuals, because the band's visuals and album arts are striking. So, how involved are you actually in the creative process of the art, and what's the story behind the imagery, if there's any?
I think it started when we really got like, if you look at our older stuff, it's very like the artwork or
It's a little bit more chaotic.
it's,
nowadays.
it's very cartoonish almost like. But that was also for the time being. A lot of bands, you know, in that metalcore started doing that, and when you know, we tried to bring that into our music in the beginning. But we found this guy Barel Marda from Indonesia, and he did the artwork for our album Rasen, and then we were like, holy shit, his stuff fits our song so well. So we continued to use him for a bunch of years, and that's, you know, you learn how our music and the visual works together. So, and we try to incorporate that in the music video making too, because we did a lot of our own music videos at first. You know, it's very artsy, heavy, color graded stuff, like to match the artwork of the albums. But now these days, since it's becoming a bit bigger, you know, you only have 24 hours a day to both play shows, you know, make music and everything. So we really started to get more what is called like comfortable in trusting other people, like especially a Finnish company, music video company called Rivata Visuals. They've been making a bunch of videos for us now, and they really know what we want, and we want them for, you know, their, you know, freestyling or whatever. Yeah. So it tends to work together very well these days.
Okay, cool. So speaking about your future and opening to more stuff, you've been teasing some experimental elements for your next album. Can you give us a sneak peek into what fans might expect? Also, this was like a really most of the questions when I was giving to your fans, they were asking for new stuff.
Yeah.
When they can expect new stuff, when they can expect a new single and stuff. Because Descent is 2 years old, I think right now, and While We Surf,
Something like
or
that.
the latest EP, is also 2 years old because it came out the same year as Descent.
Yeah, 23. Yeah,
Yeah.
December.
Is that long?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
time flies.
Time flies. It does.
does.
But yeah, I've mixed the older albums, but this time around we wanted a real good mixer to actually do it. Buster Odeholm from Humanity's Last Breath.
And Viljota.
And Viljarda, exactly. And we like this time around, we know that it's such an important album in our career. It's like, either you make it or break it. It kind of feels like. But I think we have the songs. We have Buster. We have Rivata. So it will be a lot of thought and budget put into it this time around. I can promise you that. Yeah, we're stoked. I can't really speak so much about the songs. It will be a roller coaster for sure.
Okay.
Very. I think I have a hard time to grasp it now what we have done with those songs, but it just feels good.
Okay.
I think that's what counts. Yeah.
Yeah. If you feel good with the music,
I think we feel pretty good about
You will
it.
definitely notice it's Orbiculture.
Yeah.
That
Definitely.
you
Yeah.
can say. Yeah.
All right. So, balancing melody and brutality is the hallmark of your sound, obviously. How do you decide when to lean into one over the other during the songwriting?
I think this is also an old problem we have had. Is that I tend to write intro, verse, chorus, and then it just stops. Then you make another one of those. That's where I think, to keep it interesting, that's when we start to incorporate either cinematic elements, clean guitars, whatever, building like the last steps of the roller coaster for each song. Yeah, I think that's how we do it. Yeah,
I'd say that's
feels
the way,
like it. Yeah.
Okay. Now I will skip a little bit the questions, but this one goes from the fans of yours. There were basically like questions about the new music. When will you come to North America again? Do you have any set up dates if you will come this year to North America again? A lot of fans actually asked about that.
That's awesome. And as you know, we've talked about this on this tour so much that we love to tour the United States so much.
Yeah.
We've spent most of our lives there the last few years rather than home. So it's been great. But I can't really answer that yet. But what I can answer is that it will be a lot of new music coming this year.
Okay.
But everything has to, be put out strategically and everything like that. So it makes sense for the touring stuff to come afterwards. So we will see.
Okay. Now, this wasn't actually the question which I picked from one of your fans. The main question which interests me the most was, what are bands that you don't like? He messaged me, I would love to hear some names that everybody seems to like, but you don't. Don't be shy.
It's kind of controversial.
Yeah, that's.
No, I mean,
But
let's
just taste-wise, I guess.
Yeah, let's say that there's a band that has like a huge hype globally, but you don't get it, and you don't like the band, and you try to listen to them, but you don't like it. Is there any?
No.
No, really? Don't be shy. Come on.
To be fair, we barely listen to metal anymore.
I can see why. I can see why.
But I don't know. I think Sleep Token for me was like, what is this
Shut up.
stuff? But then I'm a huge fan. So I couldn't understand them at first, but now I really do. I think
that's
I do.
Typically one of those. I think for me too. Like it takes a lot of time to get into it, but once you understand it, it makes complete sense. Because they're so skilled musicians.
Yeah.
They really know what they're doing, but we don't. So we don't understand.
But maybe other
After
people
we-
feel that about us
you know.
too. Like, Orbiculture fucking sucks, but then they have some cool riffs.
to be honest, it took me way too long to get into your music.
Yeah,
For me
yeah.
personally. And
But I can see why also.
The breaking
Yeah.
point was when I first saw you. That was on Burla Soul Festival.
Oh yeah, you were there.
It was my first time. I was like, yeah, I know that there was a huge hype around Ninja. I don't get why, but okay, I will take a look at the band. And you were playing the newest stuff from Descent. I was like, fucking hell, this is heavy. The sound, wow.
Cool.
Then Descent was released, and I was like, yeah, I get it. Now I get it, totally.
Awesome.
So I can see why are you mentioning Sleep Token? By the way, I'm a diehard fan of theirs. So
yeah. But I was like, I think I heard the summoning the first time.
that's basically the gateway to the band.
Yeah, and I was like, what is this stuff? But then I actually like replayed it, and now it made a lot of more sense. But that also because I started to dig into the live show, and I thought they were looking cool, like with especially the new masks and stuff that they have.
But I'm kind of leaning to the older ones, but
Yeah.
whatever. Okay, guys, so we have time for one last question, which is a little bit funnier one.
Right.
Imagine that you are hosting a dream festival of yours.
Okay.
Can you give me 3 bands that you would absolutely want on the lineup and why?
Bite Down. I would love to have. It's more of a local Swedish band from our like neighborhood or whatever you want, in our nearby proximity. We had them on our previous headline tour in Scandinavia,
Okay.
basically, and Finland. And those guys are just fucking killing it.
Yeah.
They're such a good band, such a good music, and just melts your face off basically.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can totally recommend that if anyone's willing to listen.
I need more slots than 3. I need way more slots on my festival.
I mean, we don't have
Metallica,
30 hours.
Linkin Park, Throne, Humanity's Last Breath, Gojira,
Yeah.
That was fun.
Nile,
Nile.
I'd
Yeah.
love to have Avatar there too.
Avatar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bleed from
Fuck
Within.
that. Bleed from Within.
Okay.
There's too many.
Yeah.
Slipknot.
Yep.
What will be one band which is like non-metal or maybe experimental one which you would like to have over there? Surprise us.
Swedish artist called Leon. She's fucking incredible.
It'd be fucking dope to have Royal Republic there.
Royal Republic too.
Yeah.
Also Swedish.
Of course.
They're fucking great.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to check the first one that you said.
Leon, yeah.
That's-
She's
what's-
great.
What's that, pop?
Yeah, it's pop.
Okay,
but
we'll check it out. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how known she is within Sweden. I think she has some hit, but she sells out a lot of big places in the States, which is fucking great. So
Cool.
she's incredible, yeah.
Cool. Okay, so there's the Dream Festival of Orbit Culture. By the way, guys, this is it. This is the end of the interview.
All right.
We don't have any more time for any more questions, but thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for
Thank you.
having us here.
And you guys, don't forget to listen to Orbit Culture's music to all over the streaming platforms and all over the internet. If you can, go to their shows and support them as much as you can. And once again, thank you guys. Thank you too for your watching, for subscribing, for the comments, etc., etc., etc. You know the drill. And I will see you during the next time. Until then, take care and peace. Peace.